Siyabulisa kwakhona. In this video, I am going to be preparing a deboned whole chicken with stuffing. I decided that I want to start by preparing all my vegetables that I would be using for this recipe beforehand, to make it easier for me once I start preparing my chicken. As seen on screen, I decided to chop my onion as well as my carrots, celery, and mushrooms. Once I had chopped up all my vegetables for the stuffing, this is what I had. I then decided to mince my fresh herbs that I will also be using in this recipe. Here I measured out 15 millimeters of oil as well as butter so that I could saute my chopped onions and mushrooms. I sauteed my mushrooms and onions until my onions were nice and fragrant, and once they were done, I put that to the side so that they could cool down, and then I started with the task of deboning my chicken. It was quite a trial and error to actually find a method that I was comfortable with to start my deboning process. And once I had found one, it was pretty much easy to try and remove the carcass from the bird. Once I had separated most of the tissue connecting to the carcass of the chicken, I was able to remove the carcass out with my hands, and that was the successful removal of the first major bone. After what felt like an eternity of violating this poor chicken, I was able to remove all the bones and now start preparing for my stuffing. In a bowl, I mixed my mushroom and onion mix along with breadcrumbs, my freshly chopped herbs, and 1 egg, and gave that a thorough mix. Once satisfied with the consistency of my stuffing mixture, I seasoned my chicken with salt and pepper on the insides and then commenced stuffing the chicken with my stuffing mixture. I stuffed my chicken and tied it with a rope accordingly so that to keep the stuffing in place. And then I decided to rub butter on the outside of the chicken just so that it can give that brown, golden, crispy exterior. I seasoned my chicken on all sides with salt and pepper, placed it in the baking tray, and then placed it in an oven. Once I had observed all the time required for it to be baked properly, I took it out and this was the finished product.